Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
To you, our dear listeners out there, happy Valentine's Day to you. It's a season to show love and to share love. It's a season to be loved and to love. We welcome you to yet another interesting edition of the Oyo newspaper review on Aloore Radio, coming to you live from the studios of GSM here at the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism, Secretariat Agodi, Ibadan. I am Olamide Adeniji, and I have with me here
Eneyo Asuko.
Okay, I'll be reviewing stories from the Nigerian Tribune, while he will be reviewing stories from
the Punch newspaper.
Okay, so very quickly we're going to take the headlines, and then this first headline I'm picking from the Nigerian Tribune says Oshibajo Makinde orders to pay tribute as burial rites for Akala begins.
And this is coming from the Punch newspaper. Fuel sells for 400 naira per litre in Abuja. Others, scarcity persists in Lagos State.
And on the front page of Nigerian Tribune, strike, all eyes on ASU. It also has riders which says all union leaders hold marathon meetings to announce decision today. NANS to FG, avert strike at all cost.
Nupeng set for strike. Insist ministry diverting 621 billion naira road fund.
And next, president should be Christian from the South, PFN president.
And legislative aides report the National Assembly to EFCC, ICPC today.
And this is on Igbo. Igbo files $1 million suit against Benin Republic at ECOWAS court over unlawful detention.
And this is still from the Punch newspaper. NDLEA seizes 25 kg US UK Dubai bound drugs in spare part fabrics.
Okay, and Senate summons NDDC officials over 100 billion naira contracts scandal.
Agbekoya threatens to confront aggression against Igbo.
Why Buhari's administration will continue to take foreign loans, Senate President.
Death toll hits 5 in Yaba building collapse.
No, that's a sad one. And then this one is coming from page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. FG counters IMF, gives reason for growing debt servicing.
And this is coming from page 5 of the Punch newspaper. Ekiti teenagers land in prison over alleged attempt to kill sex worker.
Wow. Okay, we'll pick this and more stories from the Nigerian Tribune and the Punch newspaper when we return. Please stay tuned.
ọgbà tí àṣejìná lòdì ìrànjẹ làwọn aláṣejòkòtì tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa jẹ ọba ni wọ́n ó ṣe gàyà díẹ̀ ná ìlú ló láṣẹ ẹjẹ́ ìlú ó jẹun náà ìdí nìyí tó fi jẹ́ pé ẹ̀tọ́ ìlú là ń fowó ìlú ṣe nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹ̀rí bí ní ètò ẹ̀kọ́ wa ṣe ń jògèrè LAUTECH ti di tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ilé ìwòsàn alábọ́dé bíi 40 ló ti wẹ̀wọ̀ ọ̀tún pẹ̀lú àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ tòun tòògùn àti irinṣẹ́ tó pójú owó iṣẹ́ sì ti fẹ́ẹ̀ parí pẹ̀lú lórí 100 míì ìdákẹ́jádò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ààbò tó dájú ohun amáyédẹrùn ní ìṣokùnfà ìdásílẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ ńláńlá láwùjọ òun náà nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ fi wà nípò kẹta nínú àwọn ìpínlẹ̀ tí ń pawó wọlé jùlọ lábẹ́lé nílẹ̀ wa ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀dọ́ ló ti láǹfààní ẹ̀kọ́ṣẹ́ iṣẹ́ àgbẹ̀ láìpẹ́ lọ́nà ti gbàlódé táṣeyọrí yóò sì jẹ́ kó oúnjẹ sùn wá bọ̀ láìpẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ àtòṣìṣẹ́ fẹ̀yìntì ń gbowó wọn lásìkò, pápá àṣírí Adámàsìngbà àtàwọn inú ojú pópó tí ń sòrú dọ̀sán ńkọ́. Àwọn ìlú ti sọ pásì ìwádùn níṣèjọba yìí fi ń mọrírì gbogbo àwọn aláṣẹ. Gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé ló ń sọ fún wa pé pẹ̀lú ìṣọ̀kan wa oòrùn tó kù lókè yìí ó táṣọ ọgbẹ.
Iléeṣẹ́ ètò ìròyìn àṣà ohun ìrìn àjò afẹ́ tìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ló ń kéde.
Your day has gotten a lot better. You can stand a chance of winning amazing prizes every month on Aloore Radio. How to participate? Follow us on our Facebook page on Aloore Radio. Share our program links on all your social media platforms. The person with the highest shared links win our amazing monthly prizes. Share, listen to Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
We bring you everything from breaking news.
President must know that this is a bad time for our nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation.
World news, sport, music,
Girl, I just want me with you like guys.
and many more. To listen to our programs, follow us live on all our social media platforms on Facebook at Aloore Radio, Twitter and Instagram at Aloore Radio. You can also subscribe on our YouTube page on Aloore Radio. Make sure you click on the notification bell so you know when we are live. This is Aloore Radio, the voice of Oyo State.
Oh, you're welcome back. And I'm picking my first story from the second page of the Nigerian Tribune. Anxiety as ASU NEC holds marathon meeting to review strike option. Announced to FG avert strike at all cost. There is palpable anxiety among Nigerians, particularly students and parents, over whether the Academic Staff Union of Universities will embark on industrial action as it has threatened to do in the past couple of weeks. The National Executive Committee of the Union has been in a crucial meeting since Saturday until the time of filing this report at 9 p.m. on Sunday over the matter. The meeting is being held at the University of Lagos, Akoka, where with the national officers and some elders of the union, as well as its leaders at the zone and branch levels in attendance. The final position will be made public at a yet to be scheduled media briefing expected to be addressed by the union's president, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke. Okay, you may read more of the story on the Nigerian Tribune, page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
And this is coming from the page 4 of the Punch newspaper, the Metro page. NDLEA seizes 25 kg US, UK, Dubai-bound drugs and spare part fabrics. An Indian businessman, Yapak Nutal, has been taken into custody by operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency over alleged smuggling of 134,000 bottles of codeine syrup into the country through the land border between Nigeria and the Niger Republic in Sokoto State. The suspect was said to have loaded the consignment into trucks in Cotonou, Benin Republic, and driven through the land border via Niger Republic before entering Sokoto State at the Ilela border. The The spokesperson for the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, on Sunday said after the suspects settled in a hotel in Sokoto, credible intelligence revealed that they began to look for buyers for the drug. You can read more on this story on page 4 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay, at this juncture we have to speak louder because it's Val's Day. So, my brother, let's push it up. Let's give it some volume. Okay, I'm picking this from the second page of the Nigerian Tribune. Senate summons NDDC officials over 100 billion naira contract scandal. Senate Public Accounts Committee has summoned officials of the Niger Delta Development Commission on alleged contract scandal worth over 100 billion naira. The committee, chaired by Senator Matthew I hope I don't murder that name, Gide, relied on special periodic checks on the activities and programs of NDDC for the period of 1st January 2013 to 30th June 2018. You may read more of this story on the second page of the Nigerian Tribune.
And this is actually a very sad one. Fire touches Osun Market, destroy goods. Agencies suspect power surge. A section of Atakumosa Market, I hope I did not murder that to you, Ereja Square, Ilesha, Osun State, has been razed by fire. It was gathered that the shops were razed with goods in the building destroyed before the fire was brought under control. A spokesperson for the Osun State Fire Service, Ibrahim Adekunle, on Sunday said no life was lost to the fire, thank God. Adekunle, who noted that 12 shops were razed, said the agency suspected that the incident was caused by a power surge. He said at exactly 2:15 a.m. on Saturday, we were notified of fire at shops attached to the post office in Atakumasa Market in Ereja Square, Ilesha. And you can read more on this story on page 4 of the Punch newspaper.
Why Buhari's administration will continue to take foreign loans. Senate President. The Senate President, Ahmad Lawan, has again justified the present external debt profile of the Muhammadu Buhari administration. Lawan spoke at the weekend in Lagos on the occasion of the 5th edition of the empowerment program of Senator representing Lagos West Senatorial District, Solomon Olamilekan Adeola. The main opposition party, PDP, has consistently accused the APC-led federal government of depleting the nation's external reserve and undermining economic growth through rising external borrowing. Lawan, who represents Yobe North in the National Assembly, however, maintained that the present administration will continue to borrow to improve on the social infrastructures in the country, which he said were neglected under the 16 years of PDP's administration. You may read more of this story on page 2 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Lassa fever, death toll hits 48, 20 health workers infected. The Nigerian Center for Disease Control on Sunday confirmed that 20 health workers had been infected with the Lassa fever since the beginning of the year, while the death toll had increased to 48. The center noted that in its latest Lassa fever situation report, which was published on its website, Lassa fever, a disease that is endemic in Nigeria, occurs throughout the year, but more cases are recorded during the dry season. The NCDC appealed to health workers to maintain a high index of suspicion for Lassa fever. Be vigilant and look out for symptoms of Lassa fever. Not all fevers are malaria. You can read more on this on page 14 of the Punch newspaper. I think we all need to be mindful of that also.
And then this coming from page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune. Oshibajo, Makinde orders to pay tributes as burial rites for Akala begin. The Vice President Yemi Oshibajo, Governor of Oyo State Seyi Makinde, are expected to lead other members of the political class to a day of tributes in honor of the late former governor Adebayo Alao Akala, scheduled to hold today at the Jogo Center, Ibadan. Others expected to render tributes at the event are former and serving governors, ministers, senators, members of the House of Representatives, commissioners, local government chairmen, and other political office holders. You may read more of this story on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Akwa Ibom PDP not divided over endorsement of governorship candidates. Akwa Ibom State Governor Udom Emmanuel on Saturday replied those claiming that the People's Democratic Party in the state was divided over his choice of Pastor Umar Eno as his preferred successor, adding that there was no division in the party. Emmanuel said that this while fielding questions from journalists during a program. The governor speaks, which was broadcast live on Akwa Ibom Broadcasting Corporation's radio and television station. He said he would not be distracted by insinuations on social media, stressing that he would rather remain focused on his coalition agenda. You can read more on this on page 14 of the Punch newspaper.
Serap sues Buhari Lai Mohammed over failure to publish copy of agreement with Twitter. Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against President Muhammadu Buhari over the failure to publish copy of the agreement the federal government recently signed with Twitter Incorporated, and the failure to publish the details of the terms and conditions of any such agreement. You may read more of this story on page 25 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Are you excited as PDP clinches 3 council seats in FCT? The People's Democratic Party won 3 out of 6 Federal Capital Territories area councils in the just concluded election. The 3 area councils won by the PDP are Kuje, Buhari, and the Abuja Municipal Area Councils. In Kuje, the PDP candidates and incumbent chairman Suleiman Sabo pulled 13,301 votes to defeat his closest rival, Saki Amidu of the APC, who secured 7,694 votes. The PDP defeated the APC to win the election in Amak, the council housing all the 3 arms of the federal government, including the presidential villa. You can read more on this story on page 24 of the Punch newspaper.
Delta government shut school where 1-year-old pupil died after receiving 31 strokes of the cane. Proprietress son arrested. The Delta state government has shut the school where a 1-year-old 7-month-old baby, simply identified as Obina, was allegedly beaten to death. The decision of the government to shut the school was announced on Sunday by Osai Ovie Success, the special advisor to the governor Ifeanyi Okowa on special duties, on his Facebook page. Speaking on the shutdown of the school, Osai said, "We just closed the school in Asaba, where the young boy was flogged to death." You may read more of this sad story on the Metro page of Nigerian Tribune.
Fuel sells for 400 naira per litre in Abuja. Others, scarcity persists in Lagos State. Residents of Abuja and neighboring states of Niger and Nasarawa are still facing tough times sourcing for premium motor spirit, popularly called petrol, with the commodity selling for as high as 400 per litre by black marketers. Development came almost 1 week after the import of millions of dirty PMS from Europe into Nigeria disrupted the fuel supply system of the country, leading to long queues nationwide. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has ordered the recall of the contaminated fuel, but oil marketers have been battling various challenges, ranging from PMS supply shortage to complaints by consumers who claimed the bad product has damaged their vehicles. You can read more on this story on page 31 of the Punch newspaper.
Next president should be Christian from the South. Wale Oke, National President, Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, Bishop Francis Wale Oke, has said that the next president should be a Christian from the South in order to foster unity, stability, and peaceful coexistence in the country. Okay, who is also the president, Sword of the Spirit Ministries, and Chancellor, Precious Cornerstone University, Ibadan, Oyo State, said he meant either a southeast, southwest, south-south by the south, emphasizing that the president ought not to be a Muslim. The cleric, who was in Uyo for Uyo Miracle Convention organized by Umar Ukpai Evangelistic Ministry International, added that the country needed a leader that is God-fearing and cerebral enough to grasp the complexities of governance. You may read more of this story on page 21 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Nupeng set for strike, insist ministry diverting 621 billion naira road fund. The Nigerian Union of Petroleum and Natural Gas Workers on Sunday declared its support for the imminent industrial action by the Petroleum Tankers Drivers Branch of Nupeng and announced that it has started mobilizing members of the union for the sudden strike. Nupeng also insisted that its investigations showed that officials of the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing were currently diverting the 621 billion naira provided by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited for rehabilitation of 21 critical highways. Although the Works Ministry denied the allegation, the union argued that the roads rehabilitation pictures being brandished by the FMWH were photographs that were taken before the 621 billion naira was approved. You can read more on this story on page 32 of the Punch newspaper.
I never joined APGA. People will decide my next party. Segun Oni. The former governor of Ekiti State, Chief Segun Oni, has denied joining the All Progressives Grand Alliance, saying the people will decide his next move in the coming days. Okay, you may read more of this story on page 21 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Federal government disburses 50 billion naira to boost non-oil exports. The executive director of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, Dr. Ezra Yakusak, has said the federal government has disbursed 50 billion naira export development fund to micro, small and medium enterprises and stakeholders within the export value chain to boost the non-oil export. Yakusak said this at a program in Ado-Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital, where he was represented by NEPC Deputy Director, Policy and Strategy, Akintunde Folorunsho. He said that the federal government, through the Export Expansion Facility Program, was supporting and facilitating SME exporters' access to the export market. You can read this on page 35 of the Punch newspaper.
Age shouldn't be a factor in who succeeds Buhari Aborishade. Amid calls for a younger president in 2023, a legal practitioner, Niyi Aborishade, has argued that age should not be a determinant of who succeeds President Muhammadu Buhari in 2023. Citing the ages of the current and immediate past president of the United States, Aborishade said what was crucial in leadership is competence and capability, not age. You may read more of this story on page 21 of the Nigerian Tribune.
Lagos pays 1.4 billion naira to 222 retirees. The Lagos state government has said it paid 1.4 billion naira pension to 222 retirees in the state in February. The Director General, Laspec Babalola Obilano, disclosed this during the 91 batch retirement bond certificate presentation ceremony in Lagos on Friday. You can read more on this story on page 36 of the Punch newspaper.
Okay, so at this juncture we'll be calling today, and thank you for staying by. Don't forget you could join us on our Facebook handles. On Facebook, Aloore Radio, YouTube at Aloore Radio. You could also log on to our website, www.alooreradio.com. Our mobile app is available on Play Store. You may download it. And do not forget, you could, if you have any complaints or you have any comments, you could call our studio line, 09039853731. Once again, 09039853731. Thank you for staying by. Thank you for listening to Aloore Radio and making Aloore Radio your choice digital radio. Till we meet next time, my name is Olamide Adeniji. Do have a blessed day and a blessed week.
And I am Eneyo Asuko. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.